Good morning, ladies and gents. I'm back with another Conquerors Blade video. This time around we're going to be looking at the top 5 meta units currently in play for Conquerors Blade. Before we get into the video though, hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest of Conquerors Blade. So then we are fast approaching the end of Season 9, and there are some units which are definitely the meta at the minute. So the meta being the kind of units that are played a lot, the units that seem to be the best, seem to be the strongest, seem to be the kind of most well suited to just general siege gameplay. Now take that, or bear in mind that this video is all about units that are very useful in a regular siege matchmaking battle, not territory war, not field battles, nothing like that. It is just all about that siege battle. If you do want me to make another video like this, but mainly really focusing on territory wars, then please do let me know down in the comments below, and I will definitely make a similar video for territory wars in particular. So top 5 meta units currently in play. There are a few that you will see every single siege battle, to be honest, and there is really good reason for it as well. Some of these units, or most of these units, really all of these units are really good. They are very good when you actually synergize with your team, when you actually cooperate with your team and coordinate with your team as well. But actually all of these units can kind of hold their own if you are just solo playing. Now these are not in any particular order whatsoever, apart from I think probably the first one I'm going to say about, which at the minute they've become my very favoritist unit all of a sudden again after their kind of rework a couple of weeks ago. So this unit is going to be the Keshix, and the Keshix are a dirty unit right now. They are the Season 2 cavalry, the tier 5 season 2 cavalry, which you can still unlock if you go onto your seasonal page, go back through, and you will be able to complete all the unit challenges and everything for these guys. But these guys, since their rework, are absolutely devastating. Now if you get these guys kind of cornered in between a load of lancers, a load of pikes and stuff, obviously they are still going to die pretty quickly, but the damage these guys put out not only onto units but also heroes as well is absolutely insane, especially if you charge, back charge, use their new skill which came in with the rework. They do an insane amount of damage, and I think personally by far they are the best cavalry unit, if not even the best units currently in game at the minute. They are really good. Obviously no good for up on the walls or anything, but when people actually get down into the streets of the siege battle and start fighting in the streets, these guys are absolutely insane, and you definitely need to be looking at unlocking these if you have not yet already. So apart from the Keshix, who I think are definitely the top tier unit at the minute, every other unit in this list is kind of just all over the place. There's no particular order for the rest of them. I'm going to start off with the Modals. Modals are a tier 5 unit from Season 8, and they again are a very good unit. They are a very good anti-cav unit especially, but they can hold their own in melee, and they have a lot of defense and can soak up a lot of damage, so even in really heavy sustained melee they can last a fair while. Their unit cooldowns, or their cooldown for the skills, are very quick as well. You can charge with them, you can stab with them, you can actually brace them as well. They've got a whole range of kind of versatility where, to be honest, no matter what is going on in that siege battle, these guys are going to actually really work well for you. They are very good up on the walls, very good on stairs, very good down on the floor as well. They are a really good unit to definitely focus on unlocking if you have not already. Moving on from those two, I am going to go into the next one, which I believe is, I'm going to say it, but the Grandpa unit. These guys, again, really good unit. They are the only, they're really the only kind of shield unit, bar the next unit that I'm just about to talk about, I would take into battle. They seem to really hold up well, especially against people like the Axe Raiders and stuff. My Axe Raiders seem to get absolutely torn a new arsehole every time they go up against a unit of grandpas or the Limbu veterans. So the old boys with the shield, the sword, the spear, they've got a bit of everything. Once you learn how to actually micromanage these and play them properly, they are a very good unit to brace, block off bottlenecks, choke points, that kind of stuff, and especially in conjunction with things like 40s, the big Fort Brascio pikemen. They are a really good unit to play and can hold their own in sustained melee. So the second shield unit that I want to talk about is the Palace Guards. Now the Palace Guards again have had a rework fairly recently, and since that rework they have and are being used a lot more by people in game. They are one of the original units, but they have unfortunately always been a bit of a lackluster unit, even in the kind of early conception of the game, the early days of the game. These guys, they were never a tier 4 unit, but their rework has really done well for them, and these guys are very good unit to kind of unlock through the unit tree now. They are quite useful in sustained melee. They can brace, they can do a lot of damage, they can soak a lot of damage. They're really good if actually, again, you learn how to micromanage them and you learn how to position them properly in certain kind of scenarios and situations. They are a very top tier unit, especially for a purple unit as well, where the leadership's going to obviously be a little bit lower than the tier 5 units. Definitely recommend taking these boys home and actually learning how to play them properly. So the last unit I want to look at is a season unit from this season, and these are the Axe Raiders. Now these guys put out an insane amount of damage, and once they run out of axes, personally I think they become even better. To be honest, they seem to pump out even more damage when they haven't actually got that axe to throw. So they are given a certain amount of ammo of axes to throw. Obviously once those axes are gone, they go into a bit of a melee mode where they can actually charge and do all the rest of it, and they are really good. They are a little bit squishy in comparison to units like the Modals, the Palace Guards, all that kind of stuff, because they are not built for tanking. They are not built to soak up that damage. They are built to literally dish out as much damage as possible. Their accuracy kind of lets them down when they are throwing the axes, because people move about and it's very annoying, but definitely against units, these guys are real top tier. Again, you really want to be focusing and unlocking these as quickly as you can. They do put out an insane amount of damage, whether they've got axes to throw or if they're in melee mode. They are really good, and they are definitely part of the top 5 kind of meta unit list. Now, one final unit I want to just kind of chuck in as a bonus, because you do see them quite a lot, and the fact that they are a blue tier unit as well makes them even that much better, and these are the Namcan Archers. Now these guys, their base damage is not great, however what they do have is a bleed damage attack. These are a season 2 unit, so you can go back through the season 2 challenges and unlock these as you're on the way to unlocking the Keshix as well. These guys are very good. You can put them down obviously wherever they can shoot something. Their range is pretty decent as well for a blue tier archer unit. However, if they end up in melee, they're dead. If they end up somewhere where other archers or anything can shoot them, they're dead. They are a very squishy unit, but they can pump out a lot of damage very quickly, and the amount of kills I've got with these guys, not just on units but on heroes bleeding out as well, is quite a lot. And I just wanted to chuck these in there as a bit of a bonus unit, because I absolutely love these guys and I bring these into battle every single time. Let me know your thoughts on my list. Let me know, actually, have I missed anything? Do you think there should be something else in this list? Do you think actually I've totally missed the mark here and it's totally wrong, or do you agree with my list? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know your reasons why as well for any kind of disagreements, or actually if you do agree with me, let me know either way as well. Thank you very much for watching, folks. As always, I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.